Manuel.
Manuel, all right. Good to see you again, my
Always
Uzo.
good to see you, Big Kish. You're coming in from
thank you.
Tampa. Tell us about Tampa.
Well, first of all, thank you for pouring my drink in this chocolate milk glass. Look at my glass and then look at Joey's glass. Look at Joey's glass. Like, yours is so elegant. Look at mine. Yeah, exactly. Wonk, wonk, wonk.
But listen, I gotta let everybody know. I cleaned your glass downstairs. Went downstairs, cleaned it, and
yeah. Well, hopefully you didn't give me a dirty glass.
I didn't clean mine. You're right. Your glass does look a little not up to par compared to this one. You should have this.
Yeah,
one.
just messing up my style.
Nonetheless,
you know what I mean.
Manuel, welcome back.
All right, cheers to everybody for locking into the show.
California. This was a different con you were at in Tampa. It wasn't your standard con.
No, it was Immortal Seats. It's like a sports card type of vibe. You know, I think, I've never been to one of those.
Mm-hmm.
They said I did, but you do so many Comic-Cons, they all like the same. But this one here was, it was only me and Trish Stratus, some of the Wild Girls that were there. The Heat, what is it, Miami Heat Sweet team, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Was my Uncle Alpha's students, the first time I met them.
Oh, wow.
But, I got to see OG, Trish Stratus there. There was some, some from UFC guys, some NFL guys that were there, some coaches and stuff like that. So it was basically like a ticket outlet.
Mm-hmm.
A type of vibe in Tampa, Florida. I had no idea that, go figure, I'm a 49ers faithful, but I had no idea they were playing in Tampa.
Oh, no.
The following day, you know what I mean? So I got through, about, 2:30.
Mm-hmm.
And the following day, my flight was supposed to leave at 3 a.m. to catch this 5 a.m. I mean, I was supposed to get a wake up at 3 a.m.,
Mm-hmm.
to be at the airport to leave at 5 a.m. So I'm like, damn. By the time I get back to the hotel, there's really no sleep. So I just, went ahead and checked out some flights. And I was able to get on a 7 p.m. flight from Tampa to Atlanta. And then caught that red eye from Atlanta to LAX. I didn't get home till about 1:30 in the morning. And I was home, man, and woke up in the morning, 9 a.m. I was sitting right in my recliner ready for that 10 a.m., game with the Niners and Tampa Bay. So, of course, the Niners got the big W. So,
all right. Well, congrats to the 49ers. Yeah. And congrats to, I guess, Sami Zayn for being accepted into the Bloodline, Big Kish. So what a difference a week makes. So on SmackDown, I don't know if you caught SmackDown or heard, but the OG Bloodline is back, baby. It's going to be the OG Bloodline against Bloodline 2.0 at Survivor Series Wargames from Vancouver, November 30th. Yeah. Now, did you think that Roman Reigns was just going to accept Sami Zayn? I mean, I know we all saw the kick, the haluva kick. We all questioned if it was on purpose, but I guess Roman Reigns felt like it wasn't, and he accepted Sami into the fold. Did you think that was going to happen that way?
Did Roman accept?
I mean, they all threw up the one together in unison. It looks pretty acceptable to me. I mean, but I don't know. You're right. I mean, maybe he didn't.
Did he accept? I mean, we all know the type of dude that Roman is. He doesn't forget anything. Rest assured, like that kick, it's still on the back of Roman's head, I feel. Right? I mean, and then, who knows? Because we can't have that same mistake during War Games. Because if that happened, and it costs Roman and the original Bloodline the loss, there's going to be a problem there.
Yes, sir.
So I can rest assured that probably Roman's eyes is going to be wide awake during that time for War Games with Sami Zayn. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say this to Sami Zayn that tread lightly.
And speaking of War Games, you have experience in War Games and Survivor Series. My question to you about Survivor Series War Games, do you think this is going to be a traditional Survivor Series match in the War Games atmosphere with the 2 rings?
I think it's great, hopefully. Because we always see what the Survivor Series has been for years. I think the change for this type of Survivor Series and the War Games, the look, the atmosphere, I think can bring bring excitement to this type of match, this type of pay-per-view. So let's see where Triple H decides to take this, and the creative control or creative minds that are behind the scenes there. It'll be great for the fans. I like it.
Yes, sir. Let's talk about Survivor Series a little bit. You have experience with the Survivor Series. I remember one of the things I love the most about Survivor Series is you get all these people together you normally wouldn't see on the same team. Mm-hmm. And I just remember footage of you back in the Head Shrinker days with your boots. And I remember you were on a team with, I can't remember who the players were, man, but it was a really, really good group of guys. Let me talk to you about your Survivor Series memories. What memory stands out the most from all the Survivor Series you've been involved in?
I think when we slipped on a banana peel and got beat. I believe we was Survivor Series back in the day was also part of Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir.
So I'm taking, probably a lot of kids don't even remember that. But I kind of remember this Survivor Series. I think it was out in Providence, Rhode Island. It was the Head Shrinkers versus the Bushwhackers, I believe it was. And, of course, it wasn't the 5-on-5, but being a part of the Survivor Series, right? And so, one of my memories of Survivor Series was, being able to come out there and work that gimmick as far as, I think we were bringing out turkeys and stuff like that. We were the Savages, so we're like, the promo was we're in the back just, tearing up turkeys and inside the kitchen. And then when we come out, we have this match with the Bushwhackers. The Bushwhackers come out, whoa, way, whoa, it was such an easy night off type of match that, the finish, with these 2 different characters, the finish was just one of those original simple finishes. A lot of people probably don't even, understand that, in sports entertainment, any finish can happen. And so, we were built up as like one of these vicious tag team, like we'll rip your head off. But to get beat slip on a banana peel, that was definitely a genius finish.
Okay. So that's the Survivor Series memory. Let's talk about
Owen Hart, Coco Beware. I think this was
High Energy?
This was also during Survivor Series, I believe it was. You can Google it or YouTube and check it out. I'm sure it was. And I only remember this because this was the first time the Head Shrinkers first debut as far as in a pay-per-view.
Okay.
And we were married to Coco Beware and, the late Owen Hart. It was one of the greatest workers, these 2 guys. We were married with them for about a year, I believe it was.
Wow. High Energy and the Head Shrinkers?
High Energy and the Head Shrinkers, and we would open up the shows. And it was always one of those, like, what we call, like, a night off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's talk about that term, a night off, because some of the viewers who aren't in the business, they probably don't know what you're talking about, because, like, when you wrestled the Bushwhackers, you said it's a night off. Can you please explain?
Well, a night off meaning, like, you can have these type of nights when you come and you see who you're working with. It's like these guys are professionals. They get it. They're not clumsy. You know damn well that, anything they do to you, it's not going to be painful versus those that are not trained well. Their reputation and their image is that they're clumsy. They're unsafe. So you always got to be on your P's and Q's when you're working with people like that are not, like I like to say, those that hasn't perfected their craft. Like if you throw a punch, then don't throw the punch, because you throw a punch and it hurts me, or it hurts the opponent, then you get delivered what is called a receipt.
Yes, sir.
And the receipt is I'm giving you one back to see how you like it. So the night off term goes to those that are easy workers. They're good workers. We know that we're going to tear the house down with this person or with this tag team. And, so you're already going out with the frame of mind like this is going to be a night off. This is going to be an easy night. So we used to call that we stealing money tonight.
Yes, sir. We're going to get back to War Games. I believe we have some callers. We haven't taken some callers in a while.
Well, right on. Welcome to the show.
So do we have Sam still on? Sam.
Yup.
Hey, Sam.
Yep.
Thank you for calling in to the Off the Top podcast. You are on with Rikishi Fatu. Where are you from and what's your question?
Man, I'm from Texas. I've been a fan of y'all I've been a fan of Rikishi ever since I was a little kid, man.
Thank you.
I wanted to know who you think the best wrestler in the whole Samoan dynasty is. Who has the best mic work, in-ring work, and who's just all around the perfect wrestler?
Well, I'd have to say the mic work. I'd have to give it to the Rock, most definitely. As far as the best workers, that's a very hard question to answer because if we're talking size wise, Yokozuna is probably the best at his size. You got The Rock with Roman, Umaga is, so I can't really pinpoint who is the best worker in this family. But I can say for the new generation, we got a lot of our nephews that are in the business that are coming up. And, for instance, like, Jacob Fatu. I've always said that this kid here has yet to show his talent to the world. And so, with Jacob, until I see Jacob have a full one-on-one match, and the world sees him have a full one-on-one match without no outside interference, I think the world will understand what I've been talking about, for the longest. Jacob has yet, to reach his, star status, as far as being a main event player. So, the family is full of a lot of good workers, even better people. So, to answer your question on that second one, I really don't have an answer for that.
Well, that was Sam out of Texas. Thank you, Sam, for
shout out to Sam.
Yeah, we're not done there, Big Kish. We got a few more callers. Joshania from Virginia, you're on with Big Kish. What is your question?
Shout out to Virginia.
Hello.
Hello.
I would also like to say I've been a friend since I was 4 years old, and I'm 29 now.
Thank you.
There's been a huge discussion from Seth Rollins, and also what I just heard from the podcast about having safe workers and being a partner in the wrestling ring. How do you see pro wrestling and dancing in a similar sense of each other?
She's breaking up.
How do you see pro wrestling and dancing? What do you see the similarities in both of those?
The wrestling and dancing?
And dancing. Are they similar?
Well, it's, timing.
And a partner. Working with each other?
Timing, athletic ability. Yeah, but there's not too much similarity. At the end of the day, like dancers don't fall. Dancers don't break falls, right? Whereas wrestling, you got to put that together. If you're a dancer, you got to be able to learn, your dancing moves and what makes you special and different. But also, you got to be able to learn how to your fundamentals of breaking these falls, because at any given time, we all know what professional wrestling is. So similarity, yeah, there's a little bit, timing wise, entertainment-wise, athletic ability-wise, knowing your awareness on the dance floor or in the ring. So yeah, there's a little bit. I mean, hey, that's what I felt like what I brought to the ring, and it helped me. Like back in the day when I used to dance. For me, it just the beat of the song helped my timing and my movement into the ring, my mental thought. And when I'm listening to the beat, and if it's making my feet move, it's just gonna make me bust a move even better because I try to put myself in that beat to where if I'm having a good time, then that energy can flow out towards the crowd and have them feel like and see that I'm having a good time. Meaning that my moves are not being stale. It's not like I'm not moving around like a robot, like I don't know how to dance. So yeah, there's similarity, but at the end of the day, if you plan to be a professional wrestler, you got to learn your fundamentals.
That was Josh Ania from Virginia. Thank you, Josh Ania, for calling in. We have another caller, this time from El Paso, Texas.
El Paso.
Juliana, you are on with Big Kish. What is your question?
¿Qué pasa?
Hi. So my question for Rikishi is, what are advice that you would give to the newer fans? Since I am also a new fan myself.
Oh, welcome. Welcome to our sport of sports entertainment of professional wrestling. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it. Watch. Try to watch. The shows and find out. The people who you're a big fan of and kind of follow their journey. Professional wrestling is going to be it's an exciting ride. Once you watch wrestling, it's like you're gonna get hooked to it. Especially if you have a fan favorite, which I'm hoping you're gonna say yeet. Yeah, and so if you have a fan favorite, you're gonna be even locked in even more to professional wrestling because you're wanting to see the journey of your fan favorite. So yeah, it's our industry. It's unlike any other sports entertainment industry. It's a place where you can go and just, scream your head off, let your stress all out, and then come back home and get ready for work or school.
And there it is. Claudia, thank you for calling. Of course, big shout out to El Paso, Texas. You said it right, Biggie. Just enjoy it.
Enjoy
As a
it.
fan, just enjoy it. Sit back, relax.
I mean, that's what my grandparents do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have grandparents that you cannot go across that TV, across the living room. You got to go around the TV. Well, you better not be blocking that match because you either get a coffee cup thrown at your forehead or whatever, right? That's that old school. Like the grandparents and, parents, they used to, when they're locked in, they're locked in.
Yes, sir.
And so, yeah, so.
All right, so we got one more caller from El Paso, Texas as well. All right. Claudia.
El Paso, Texas.
Claudia, you are on with Big Kish. What's your question?
Hi. First of all, I want to say thank you to Mr. Kishi
You're
for
welcome.
bringing my kids and I closer together, just like I was close with my dad when we would watch wrestling.
Yeah.
And my son, he's autistic, and his favorite videos are of you giving the skin face.
Uh-oh. Don't do that. Don't do that.
My question, I guess you
I'm
can
sorry.
say is a little selfish.
Oh.
I guess you can say it's a little selfish because my kids and I, we want to know if you like our birthday gift that we sent you.
Can you remind me what was sent? What was in the? What was it? Like, what package did it come into?
It's a brown box, and it was a lot of like artisan cups from Juarez, from Mexico.
Go ahead and keep naming what else is in there.
Also, a homecoming garter that we made specially for you, because we're in Texas. Texas is homecoming.
Okay, let me.
Is that it right there?
I think my package is.
Does it say Solo Sokoa on it and the Usos and it's black
Yes,
and?
sir.
Is it like a black WW? It's like a red ribbon type.
Yes.
That is
Holy
amazing.
I got it.
Wow.
Solo Sokoa.
Yeet.
I got Nia Jax. Okay, what else we got there? Oh my goodness, I'm
Wow,
just
let me
now
see, let me
opening
see
this
that.
for the first time. Unbelievable. Yes, I got a cup in there. Okay. It's
We
like
got you some
it's
shot glasses. We got you some cups to keep your beer cold.
Wow.
so I got a blue cup and a red cup lid.
Those cups are
Yes, sir.
badass.
No, Joey, you cannot have. I might give you one just so we can drink our. What else we got in there? Oh, they got some other
that's a
little
TMD size cup right there.
Ceramic cup is like a small little sake cup. We can pour some Japanese. Oh, and then there's another matching brown cup that came with it.
Wow,
Yes,
there's a
sir.
bunch of cups in here. There's more.
My producer says there's a bunch. Oh, we'll open them up. We can put it right here so we can see it on the show.
Look at the craftsmanship, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, big shout
And
out.
it's all handmade clay pottery from Juárez.
Wow, this is beautiful.
Dude, if you guys can see this, look, I don't know the camera. I'm gonna put it up here.
Kish, can I have the blue one? You have the red one?
No,
Bloodline?
you cannot
have the
have
bloodline.
You cannot have nothing.
Oh, damn it.
Just leave it up there for now. I'm just now opening it. Wow. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
gifts.
7.
There's more.
There is more?
Yes.
Oh
Yes,
my
sir.
goodness.
What is that?
What did I do to deserve all these gifts?
You have made us so happy, just bringing smiles to me and my kids,
And
you
sticking your
remind me
ass in
so much
people's
of my
faces.
daddy. He passed away in 2000.
Wow. This is unbelievable. What is this?
Oh, a little note too.
And I get a note? This is the family photo?
Yes, sir. That's all of us.
Joey, my eyes are. Do you mind if I read this online?
No, definitely.
All right.
Oh,
Here we
wait,
go.
hold on. There is more. Dude, you got to take a picture of all this stuff here. This is unbelievable.
It's a good looking family.
Ain't it? Like, wow.
Oh, and
my
by the
producer.
way, Juliana, the one that you spoke to before me, that's my daughter. I didn't know she had called also. She was in her bedroom.
Unbelievable.
Wow. This is amazing.
Wow, look at this. Chihuahua of Mexico.
Yes, sir. That's the
good.
cathedral in Chihuahua.
I see it. Here you go.
Ooh,
You
is
see
that like a magnet for your refrigerator?
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to have to hang
Yes,
that
sir.
up in the studio.
Oh, man. This is awesome. Okay, so I'm going to read this letter that you wrote to Big Kish right here live on Off the Top podcast. First of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
It's an honor to be able to send you a gift for your birthday this year. I hope it finds you in the best of health, and we send you the biggest, tightest, most loving bear hug for your day and every day. We are the De La Riva Hernandez family from El Paso, Texas. And my husband and I have been fans of yours for years, and now my kids are your fans too. Well, I won't bother you with more chit-chat. Just want to wish you a very happy and blessed birthday, and hopefully you like our gift. I know many are going to send you shirts, colognes, etc., but hopefully we're the only ones who got you these items. Plus, since we are Texans, and it is a homecoming season, we are sending you a homecoming garter. I tried to put as much of the bloodline as I could, plus Miss Nia Jax, that's my girl, and I just hope you like what we sent you. I'm sorry for rambling, I'm nervous, and all I'm doing is writing to you. It's not even face-to-face. Happy birthday again, and we love you, Kishi.
Wow. I love
With
you
love,
guys.
the De La Riva Hernandez family.
Hernandez family, I love you all. Thank you so much. This gift here is my first ceramic. If you fans, if you
Get a
guys can
shot of
see
this?
this, there is a bunch of beautiful, authentic ceramic cups that are here. And thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you to the Hernandez family.
Wow. Big Kish.
Salute. Cheers for the Hernandez family.
Man,
Manuel. See?
So look, that was our last caller. We're gonna talk about war games really quick before we go. Now I want to talk to you specifically because you have experience in war games, specifically 1989. We're gonna take you back to probably the greatest war games match there ever was. We're talking about was it Dr. Death, Steve Williams, the Midnight Express, SST was in there, and the Road Warriors.
Yeah.
Can you please give us
Freebirds.
And the Freebirds too, yes, sir. Can you please give us a story, anything about the Road Warriors?
Tough workers. Just headliners. Main eventers. Probably, one of the tag teams that helped put tag team professional wrestling on the map. And as we came through, me and Sammy were with Paul Heyman. We got a chance to be married to these guys here. And, our work ethic, together was right. We were kind of snug, too. They were snug, and we liked it that way. And so also being friends with each other in and out the ring, we got a chance to be able to, keep bookings together. And so we were married for probably a couple of years together. And so every match that the Warriors were in, of course, the angles that, we would talk about, we would all mix it up together. And I don't know, I can't remember, but I think that was the first War Games.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
So the first War Games was, Sting? Dr. Death?
I don't remember Sting being in there.
Was Sting there?
I don't think so.
The Road Warriors, because I know our team.
Yep, Jimmy Garvin, Michael P.S. Hayes, the Midnight Express, Dr. Death.
Terry Gordy. So it was the three Freebirds, and the Head Shrinkers, right? Versus the Road Warriors. Dr. Death was on that side, right?
Yes,
and
sir.
I think it was the Midnight Express, I believe it was.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Bobby Eaton. Man,
let me. Bobby Eaton. There's a name.
What a worker he was.
Wow, regarded as one of the greatest.
You talk about poetry in motion. Bobby Eaton. Whew.
Beautiful Bobby Eaton.
Dude, that was a night off all year round. That we got to work with them, you know what I mean? Him and his partner, Stan Lane. Right? Then you have Paul Heyman with Jim Cornette.
Yes, sir.
But you talk about a night off, man. That was a night off. It was a night off, too, with the Road Warriors. So.
How did it feel being in these matches with these? Because you guys were still on the come up, and these guys were all really big names at that time. And this was kind of like you guys were on the come up.
Yeah.
How did that feel being in such a big marquee match with all these marquee names?
Man, it wasn't. We honestly, for me, it wasn't a big deal. You know what I mean? I just, at that time, like, I knew that we didn't come there. We just left Texas, and we were probably only there for less than a year with WCW, NWA back in the day. And, we were just, making our way up to when we started getting booked against, I think the first ones were Midnight Express. And in the meantime, we knew that there was the Warriors. Road Warriors. So we knew that, okay, this team here is not the top team. So as me and my partner, my cousin Samu, and we had Paul Lee with us, Paul, he always knew that wasn't our money then, that we needed to go dance up to the next level. Then we came with the Road Warriors. We drew money with the Road Warriors all over the place. And then when the picture turned, now we went down to we need to go up against a new team. And so in comes the Steiner brothers.
I was just going to ask you, Big Kish.
Yeah, in comes the Steiner, which was another great team, fantastic team to work with, became real good friends, another night off. The Steiner brothers, they brought it, just right up our alley.
Who do you think was more hard-hitting, the Road Warriors or the Steiner brothers?
Both. I can't say the Steiners were more than the Road Warriors. They were both.
Would you say those teams were the toughest out of any other teams?
Snug-wise.
Yeah.
Tough-wise, they're a bunch of, like, behind the scenes. And I'm opening up the doors to where, so you guys know the real legends of who these guys really are. They were big superstars. They work snug, work tough. But behind the scenes, dude, these guys were just great human beings, man. Fun to be around. It made me love to come to work. Love to know that when I walk through the dressing room that I'm working against either or team, and then, it makes my job, me being away from home, sacrificing, being away from home makes it a lot more easier. Like, you're going to do something you love, working with people that you love and getting paid for it. You know, so yeah, whenever you to go back with the war game, whenever you're working against people that, you love and you're like, good friends of yours and you know that you're going to tear the house down because that's all we're going to do. We're going to bring the best out of each other. And to know we're in a main event type of match, gimmick match like the war games, they're going to, we're going to bring the best. And that's what I'm saying. This war games coming up with the Bloodline, it's going to be unstoppable and hard to beat.
Yes, sir.
Because you got family members in there, and then you got the Tongans, Usos in there, Haku's sons, who are no strangers to the business, and they bring 100% to the Bloodline, 2.0. And, so there's a lot of history to be made during that War Games.
Let me ask you this, Big Kish. What would your advice be to Solo, your son, Solo Sikoa? What would your advice be to his team going into this War Games match?
Make history. Make history.
Now, what would your advice be to Roman Reigns and his team, your two sons, Jimmy and Jay, and Sami Zayn?
Don't trust Sami Zayn. Don't trust Sami Zayn.
Wow. With that being said, Big Kish, do you have any final words?
Get locked in. You guys get locked in, and I can't wait to come back next week and talk about, our opinions that are out there. That I know all the wrestling blogs are, probably gonna post up on their wrestling blogs, and just get locked in because there's a lot more to come for Bloodline 2025. Remember, it's free to be kind to one another, and always, y'all smarten up, and I'm out.